from everyone here at 2K. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Thunder. Pass to Mutombo. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Here's Weber. Three-pointer. The rebound by Duncan. The three, James. Drains the triple.
When LeBron's shooting like that, nothing you can do defensively.
Outside Hardaway. Crafty move. Oh, misses the dunk. Right side, Irving. Out to James. Pulls up at the elbow. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. James has got 5.
Going to work now from the mid-range. LeBron's going to take whatever the defense gives him.
Hardaway from outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. James outside. Pass to Duncan. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Weber pulls it in.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Rice. Hits it from the high post.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Here's Irving. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
When you have a big guy like Tim Duncan swinging the ball around like he is there, it really keeps the defense on its toes.
Now here's Hardaway. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Fires top of the key. Pass to Duncan. James outside. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. Rice grabs the miss.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Weber from deep. And they'll get another chance. Here's Mutombo. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by James. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
So much attention on James. He's able to get it to a teammate. That's a great look.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Mutombo. The shake. And he takes it up and lays it in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Irving. James deciding where to go with it. Comes up empty down low.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Hardaway. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Here's Irving. Well, a good close contest so far as we the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And here's ball. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw in this game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Now, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Back to Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats one up. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Outside Irving. Puts up a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Ball left side. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
2 seconds.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. George for 3. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Driving in. Four on the clock. Misses the step-back jumper. And Brooklyn with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. A nice shot by Rice. Rice has got 5 now.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
The 3 ball. Gilmore grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Oklahoma City making a switch here.
Number 22.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Georgia's shot is off. So it's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 2. Irving looking around. And the finish by Irving.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
Oklahoma City shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And there's a minute 45 left in the second. It's Edwards on the wing. For 3. That one no good.
And that's just an off-balance, low-percentage shot, especially without room to operate.
Here's Olajuwon. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Gilmore. And he dunks it down.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Oh, great power driving to the bucket. Edwards gets it to fall. A fearless finisher.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight. That free throw good from Irving. Both free throws good from Irving.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
To the wing, right side. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And Caro outside. Elbow shot on the way. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Rice. Oh, good D by Edwards. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Pippen. Pass to Irving. The 3. Counted from distance. Irving's got 5 now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Irving for 3. Here's Oklahoma City now. It's a 1-point game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Right side, Hardaway. Clock at 6. There's the block. It's tipped. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Outside Hardaway. Crosses over. Rips it home off a terrific move.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. Here's Duncan. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
Here's Hardaway. Rebounded by Pippen. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. And that one's good. Irving.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Timeout called, Brooklyn. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Here's Irving. He's got 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Denied by Tatum.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
1:24 left in the third. 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I don't know how you match up with Kyrie Irving. So great at turning on the jets and then drawing the contact.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Left side, Edwards. Wagner with a steal. To the inside. Pass to Oden. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And that's good as he hits both shots. 50 seconds left in the third. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Outside Irving. Some solid defense from Edwards. Tipped away. And stolen by Irving. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
This is why you always have to be up in the space of Kyrie Irving. He can pull up in the blink of an eye. So lethal. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Yep, that one goes.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there at his size with that kind of touch. That is money.
It's stolen by Irving. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Wagner with it. Got a piece of it.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with Timmy roaming the rim.
Here's James. Shots blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. On defense, the visiting team nails it from 3. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Now Irving. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Oden. Jacks up a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 7.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Back to Irving. Three-pointer. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Irving for three. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Brooklyn trails by 4. To the paint. Here's Duncan. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hardaway. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's James.
Get up to throw down. Wow, and there's a reason LeBron has the ball in his hands, so capable in those moments.
Here's Hardaway. Uses the glass on the layup. Hardaway's got 9 points now in the second half.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Fires the three. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Hardaway's shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage from that one.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Hardaway.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Pass to Mutombo. Let's go with a three. Fires in the triple.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Here he goes. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to Mutombo. From downtown. Back to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Oden. Money.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now James. Pass to Duncan. And here's James. Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. Misses the tray. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. And this was an emotional win for them.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here's LeBron. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
From mid-range, LeBron really dialed in. You can't think you're safe giving him those shots.
Pass to Thurman. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim. Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
And it's Carter missing. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. There's the three. And the rejection by Bird. Irving with the ball. George picks him up. James in the post. 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Thurman. Out to Carter. Lets a floater go. And Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Three-pointer. And that one's good. Duncan.
And he's not going to miss it. That sort of an opportunity from deep.
Driving the lane. Duncan with the block.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
And stolen by LeBron. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a three-point game. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And that one's good by Lopez.
Takes more than this to stop Lopez. He can be so physical in the interior, pretty mobile too.
Here's Irving. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Pass to Carter. Here's Thurman. Back to Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Oh!
My goodness.
And that one is hammered home.
He's a skilled and willing passer. Vince gets to his teammates on time and on target.
And here's Bird from the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Irving. And just miss after miss right now.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Carter outside. To the inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Irving from long range. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
It's blocked by Shaq. Pass to George. Back to Bird. The shot's good on the assist by George. Bird's got 5 now.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Outside, O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knights leading by a point. Let's take a quick break now. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knights.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Here's Reed. Connects from three-point range. Reed's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to George. And George with the stuff.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Reed a screen. Here's Edwards. Back to Reed. It's stolen by Mutombo. Banchero with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Banchero, that's good.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
To the paint. It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Ball. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Pass to Mutombo. Out to the right wing. Banchero, right side. Rise to the hoop. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
He hits the second from the line.
I tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. It seems like that ball is part of it. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Irving. Irving double team. It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Mutombo. Guarded by Embiid. Back to Banchero. 17-foot shot on the way. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Right side, George. Reed with the steal. To the middle. And a wide open look for Irving. And the three ball is good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Clock at 6.
Home team foul. With a 3. First personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Back to Embiid. Pass to Banchero. The layup missed.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Banchero. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Down low. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. The kick out to Ball. Banchero outside. They get the rebound. Here's Irving. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Knights lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brooklyn leading by 3. Carter with it. Guarded now by Irving. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Vince Carter with the 3.
The defense has to crowd Carter. Even as the pass is coming his way, you can't let him have any space.
And then Irving slams it in.
Hey, folks, sit back and enjoy the show. The doctor is an amazing in-game dunker.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the foul called on Larry Bird. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Out to Carter. Back to Lopez. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Duncan. Brooklyn trailing. On the wing, Irving. He has 7. Pass to Duncan for the lead. And the rebound goes to Lopez. The Knights on offense. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Kept alive. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Knights call time here. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Outside, George. Back to Pippen. For the tie. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Right side, George. Outside, Tatum. for the lead. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
The drive by Lopez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
And credit the defense. It takes some guts to step in front of him when he's going full tilt to the rack.
For Brooklyn, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Brook Lopez hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Outside, George. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense. Capable of getting up to block shots.
Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Outside for George. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's George. Misses the wing J. Brooklyn trailing. Embiid wide open. The long distance 3 is buried. Embiid's got his first 3 points of the game.
And, you know, if you're the defense, you live with that from Embiid. He has range, but that was an absolute bomb he just dropped off.
Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. And it's George again missing. And the Knights have possession. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
At the line, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. 15 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Here's Tatum. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Got it off in time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Brooklyn ahead, leading by a point. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. 3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Outside Irving. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The shot. Bullseye. And the Knights lead by 3. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Left side, Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Banchero. And the rejection by LeBron.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in. Shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
Back to Duncan. On the wing, Irving. Goes back up. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Embiid. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
And Brooklyn making a change here. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Carter left side. Unloads. And he nails that one right through the net. And the Knights lead by 3.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And stolen by James. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Well, this is why SGA is a focal point of his offense, because of that ability to score.
In the corner, it's Bird. Puts up a deep three. George looking around. Money!
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Pass to Irving. And here is James, defended by George. Irving for 3. Three-pointer. Trifecta!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Lopez. On the wing, Bird. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Thurman. Count!
And they do have a foul to give.
Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Irving. Count it!
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget it.
Out to Carter. For the win.